Hi, welcome to the home of Jerry and Maxine Fowley. Today I want to reference Philemon, verse 16. The Apostle Paul is sending the runaway slave Onesimus back to his owner Philemon. He explains to Philemon that perhaps the reason Onesimus was separated from him for a little while was so that he could be returned to him forever. And not just as a slave, but better than a slave, as a dear brother. Paul went on to say, Onesimus is very dear to me, but he is even dearer to you as a fellow man and as a brother in the Lord. The word dear means loved, precious, or something of great value. So Paul had found Onesimus to be of great value. He loved him. He loved him as a son. But he felt that Onesimus would be even dearer to Philemon as a fellow man and then as a brother in the Lord. It is of interest to me that the Apostle Paul would put in first place a fellow man and in second place a brother in the Lord. What Paul was really trying to say is both Philemon and Onesimus belong to the human race. Both of them have a soul made in the image of God. And so they are equals, and both of them are of great value. They have been cut from the same cloth. When I talk of values, I like to think of a standard for driving that I developed in the many years that I was in Africa. During those years, I drove on a conservative basis, I would say about 500,000 miles. Some of the driving was on good roads and some was on pretty rugged roads. But I developed a rule, a guide for driving on African roads. And it went something like this. As I would be driving my Speed the Light van down the road, I would see a chicken coming across the road. So I would beep the horn, and in my mind I would say, "Chicken, you had better get out of my way or you're going to be in someone's soup today." Well, a little later down the road, I would see a dog coming across the road. I would beat my horn and I would take my foot off of the accelerator to give that dog a chance to get out of my way. Then, a little bit later, I would see a goat coming across the road. So I would beat my horn, I would lift my foot off of the accelerator, and I would lightly touch the brake in order to give that goat a chance to get out of the way. Then, a little bit further down the road, I would see an old man walking across the road. I would beat my horn, I would lift my foot off of the accelerator, I would put my foot on the brake, and I would press down hard and come to a full stop. Why did I do that? Because I knew that that old man was a part of the human race just like me, and he was made in the image of God just like me, and both of us had great value. One Sunday morning when I was using this illustration in a Sunday school class, a missionary family was in attendance. At the close, their 10-year-old son came to me and said, "Uncle Jerry, I really liked your illustration, but I would make one change." And I said, "Well, what is that?" He said, "Well, at the bottom, I would place the chicken, then I would place the goat, then I would place the dog, and then the man." So, this young boy was looking at the value system from his perspective. But we both had come to the same conclusion, and that was that a human being is our top priority. From our culture, from our perspective, we may place different values on different things. But when it comes to the human race, to a man or a woman or a boy or a girl, we see them as being top value, of great value. So what does that mean? Well, what it means to me is that today, whoever crosses my path, I will come to a full stop.